I'll give 3, 4 molecules or ions related with yesterday's topic, and after that today we'll start about ionic bond and formation of ionic bond. So before that, just recall the last class concept. I'll write few examples. You identify whether they obey octet rule or disobey octet rule. First one, ICl4 plus, ICl2 plus, ICl2 minus. I given 3 ions, students, here. I'll give 3 to 5 minutes time. If you can do these 3 correctly, then we'll start ionic bond and formation of ionic bond. So what the thing required in these 3 cases? You identify in these 3 which obeys octet rule and which disobey octet rule. Just I'll give 3 minutes time to you all. You do, and after that I'll tell which obey and which disobeys. Do it fast. What? Just wait for few minutes. After that we'll discuss. Remaining students also should do that. Students, I given 3 ions, and what I want is which obeys octet rule and which disobey octet rule. Somsaket, please mute your mobile. Here in all the 3, what I given is the central atom is halogen and bonded atoms are also halogens. I given in all the 3, central atom is iodine and bonded atoms are chlorine. Both iodine and chlorine belongs to group 17, that is halogens. Okay? Is it okay, students? Can we discuss?
Yes, sir.
Coming
Yes, sir.
to ICl4 plus. For this, 7 plus 4 minus 1,
Plus
10
4 minus 1.
disobeys octet rule.
Does
Any
not
doubt
obey.
you
Not
any
okay.
doubt any doubt
No,
you
sir.
can ask.
No, sir.
No, sir.
For this, 7
Yes,
plus
sir.
2
7 plus
minus 1,
2 minus 1
Minus
Eight.
equal to 8. Obeys.
Obeys.
this
Obeys,
obeys
not
octet rule. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
For
sir.
this, 7 plus 2 plus 1,
7
10
plus
electrons.
2 plus 1. 10.
Does
Does
not
not obey. Disobeys.
So in the So in the given 3, only one obeys octet rule, that is ICl2 plus. Any doubt in these 3, students?
No, sir.
No.
Now, can we start a new part, ionic bond or electrovalent bond?
Sir.
Okay? Students, can we start ionic
sir.
bond or right? Now, write in your notes, ionic bond or electrovalent bond. This is the slide. Just don't write anything. First I'll explain, after that I'll tell you, write in your notes. The ionic bond, other name of ionic bond is electrovalent bond. This was proposed by Hossel. octet rule was proposed by Lewis and Kossel. In that, ionic bond was proposed by Kossel. What it means? Suppose there are two oppositely charged ions, that is A plus and B minus, maybe monovalent, maybe divalent, or one monovalent, one divalent, one monovalent, one trivalent, whatever it may be. The positively charged ion is nothing but a cation, and negatively charged ion is nothing but an anion.
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 Whenever two oppositely charged ions approaches together, there should be an electrostatic attraction. That electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions is called as an ionic or electrovalent bond. That may be between A plus B minus, A plus B2 minus, A2 plus B minus, A plus 3 B3 minus. Forget about the valencies. If two oppositely charged ions approaches each other, definitely there exists a strong electrostatic attraction. That strong electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions is called as ionic or electrovalent bond, which is proposed by Kossel. Okay, na? Right.
Yes,
Write in your notes first. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. That is the heading.
Sir, is this first slide?
Yeah, this is the first slide. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Point number 1. Proposed by Kossel. Write the definition. It is an electrostatic attraction. It is an electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions. It is an electrostatic attraction between two oppositely charged ions. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So there should be a formation of two oppositely charged ions in this. How an atom forms a cation and how an atom forms an anion. First that you should know. See this. This we can also define as, students, see this definition. This is actually definition given in some textbooks. This is also correct. Please mute your mobile. Who is that? Joseph Indra. Please mute your mobile. Right. Ionic bond is also defined as, this is formed due to complete transfer of electrons from outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of another atom. Students, only the electrons in the outer shell participates in bonding. Suppose if an atom gains electron, or if an atom loses electron means from the outermost shell only. Gains electron means that new electron should be in the outer shell. What it means? Only the electrons present in the outer shell participates in bonding. Actually, no need to mention outer shell of one atom to outer shell of another atom. It implied outer shell only. So, this is the bond formed due to complete transfer of electrons from outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of another. Right, this is also the definition. Right, second definition. Write this. This is the bond formed. This is the bond formed due to complete transfer of electrons due to complete transfer of electrons from outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of one atom to outermost shell of another atom. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What means by transfer of electrons? Suppose you take an atom A, you take another atom B. Suppose there is a transfer of electron from A to B. What it means? A should lose electron, B should gain electron. Is it not? Transfer of electron take place from atom A to atom B means here A loses electrons and B gains electrons. So one atom in the formation of an ionic bond, one atom should form a cation and one atom should form an anion. Is it okay?
Yes.
Forget about one minute, forget about that transfer. Which atoms loses, which atoms gains. How that ionic bond is formed. 1 second, forget about all those points. Suppose I given two elements A and B. Under what conditions the bond formed will be ionic between these two? Simply I mentioned two elements A and B. We don't know what is A and what is B.
Sir, anion means it gains, cation means it loses.
Yeah. What my point is, under what conditions the bond formed between two elements, two atoms should be ionic. That is, the electronegative difference between the two bonded atoms should be greater than 1.7. This is the condition for formation of an ionic bond. Of course, you may, what is electronegativity? That we will discuss in the periodic classification. Suppose I mentioned the electronegative values of two elements, one is 2 and second one is 1.5. I given the electronegative values of two elements. Can the bond is ionic? Can it be an ionic bond?
No, sir. No, sir.
The electronegative difference should be between the
Greater
two
than
bonded atoms
1.7.
greater than or equal to 1.7. Write that point.
1.7.
Next point. Right. Condition for formation of an ionic bond. Condition for formation of an ionic bond. The electronegative difference between the two bonded atoms. Of course, students, some textbooks it's given greater than 1.9, some textbooks it's given 1.7. That's not a fixed boundary. And what that indicates, one is metal, second one is non-metal. That's only. So both are correct. You can write anything, no problem. The condition for formation of an ionic bond, right? The electronegative difference between the two bonded atoms should be greater than 1.7. Is it okay, students? The electronegative difference, yeah.
And bond is formed between metal and non-metal.
Yeah, definitely. That we'll discuss slowly after this slide. Okay? Right.
One so previous slide late.
Wait, I'll show. First you write this definition. Condition to form an ionic bond. the electronegative difference between two bonded atoms should be greater than 1.7. Is it okay all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Those who wants that previous slide, this is the previous slide. You want to zoom it or no need?
Alkali metal.
No need, sir. 1 minute. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. See the next slide. See the definition of ionic bond. That's what we what we discussed. Transfer of electron take place. It means clearly one atom should lose electron and one atom should gain electron. In the long form of periodic table, which elements loses, and that's why we discussed dotted rule in the last class. Atoms tries to attain stability. Atoms tries to attain octet configuration either by gaining or by losing or by sharing electrons. So that's what we discussed in the last class. So in this bond formation, in this ionic bond formation, one atom should lose electron. See this slide, students. Don't write. Whenever it is required, I will dictate. One atom should lose electron and other atom should gain electron. What type of atoms loses electrons?
Cations, sir.
Losing electron is nothing but electropositive electropositive nature. The tendency of an atom to lose electron is nothing but electropositive, nothing but metals. We all know metals enter into chemical reactions by losing electrons. Is it okay? And gaining of electron is nothing but electronegativity. Electronegativity is a property of non-metal. So one should be a metal and other should be a non-metal. Is all the bonds between metal and non-metal are ionic? No.
No.
That has to satisfy the previous condition. That's what I told. Electronegative difference between those metal and non-metal should be greater than 1.7. Then only the bond formed is ionic. Okay now, students. So write this slide first. Write this slide first. After that I will explain. If you want one more time, I will explain. In the formation of ionic bond, one atom should lose electrons. Write within the bracket, atoms which are electropositive, they only lose electron. So that atom should be electropositive. Okay now. And other atoms should gain electrons.
Yes, sir.
The atoms which are electronegative, they only gain electrons. So write within the bracket, electronegative. Okay now students? So in the formation of an ionic bond, one atom should lose electron, so that should be electropositive. One atom should gain electron, that should be electronegative. All of you okay? Right? Note, electropositive nature is nothing but metallic nature, electronegative nothing but non-metallic nature.
Yes, sir.
Can I go to next slide, students?
Yes, sir.
Halogen.
Just forget about 1 second, forget about this slide. Can anyone tell which group elements in the long form of periodic table are highly electropositive?
First
Can
group.
anyone? Yes, group 1 and any more next to group 1?
Group 6, sir.
So, what are electropositive elements in the
Chalcogen.
long form? Group 1 and group 2. Is it okay, students?
Chalcogen, sir.
Can anyone tell the name of group 1 elements? Alkali metals. Group 1 elements are just listen me, students. Students, first listen me. After that, I will dictate in the, you can write in the notes. Group 1 is alkali metals. Can anyone tell what is the name of group? Excellent, Jaya. Excellent. Alkaline earth metals. Okay, okay. So, in the long form of periodic table, group 1 and group 2 are highly electropositive.
Yes, sir.
The elements of these groups enter into chemical reactions by losing
Yes, sir.
electrons. Can anyone tell which group elements are electronegative? Hmm? Which group elements in the long form of periodic table are electronegative? Can anyone? Hmm?
Group 7.
Group 7, excellent, yeah.
Group 2.
Group 7 or 17. Can anyone tell the name of group 7?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Excellent, yaar. Excellent. Halogens. Saket, please mute your mobile, yaar. Your mobile is so much
Alkali metals.
creating so much disturbance. Can anyone tell other group which are electronegative other than halogens?
Alkaline earth
Group 8.
metals.
What it means? Group 8. Group 18 is electronegative or inert gases? That's right, yaar. Group 6. So you told some other name. No, chalcogens. Chalcogens. Chalcogens means ore forming elements. Okay, leave it. So, we identified two groups which are highly electropositive and two groups which are electronegative. What are the two groups highly electropositive? 1A and 2A. What is 1A group elements? Alkali metals. What is 2A group elements? Alkaline earth metals. So, what are the two groups which are electronegative? Group 16 and group 17 or group 7A and 6A. Group 7A is halogens, group 6A is chalcogens. Is it
Metalloids.
okay now? Is it okay, students?
Okay,
Then coming to this slide. See this. So, ionic bond or electrovalent bond. What we discussed in the last slide. It should be between electropositive and
Group
electronegative elements. So, electropositive elements are group 1 and 2. Electronegative elements are group 16 and group 17. Group 16 is 6A, we can also call that as 6A, and group 17 is 7A.
Inert
Is it
gases,
okay,
sir.
students? Write this
sir.
point.
Yes, sir.
Write this point. Ionic bond is formed between
calcium,
highly electropositive elements, that is group 1 and group 2, and highly electronegative elements, that is group 16 and group 17. That is group 16 and group 17. Is it okay, students? Now better
Okay, sir.
we'll write the names of that group 1, group 2, group 16 and group 17. Right. Group 1 elements. Alkali
Yes, sir.
metals. Alkali metals. Group 2, alkaline earth metals. Okay. Group 17,
Okay, sir.
Halogen.
halogens. Group 16, chalcogens. Excellent, students.
yes, sir.
Okay. Is it okay, students?
Okay, sir.
So what is the final conclusion? Ionic bond is, just look at on the board, students. Ionic bond is formed between group 1 and group
Bye, sir.
17. Am I right?
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye, sir.
Can I go to next board? Next slide.
Yes, sir.
Right. See this. Between which elements ionic bond is formed? So many ionic compounds are there. Suppose I will give 6 or 7 molecules and I want in those how many are ionic, how many are covalent. You should be in a position to identify. So wait, Navi.
Yes, sir.
For such type of questions, don't by heart the examples given in your NCERT book or IPE textbook or which is from your notebook. You should be in a position to identify whether the
Halogens.
given molecule is an ionic or non-ionic. So, for that reason, now we'll generalize the thing. See this board. Ionic bond is formed generally between the elements of alkali metals and halogens, and alkali metals and chalcogens. Is it okay? And what it means? It's between group 1 and group 17, group 1 and group 16. Similarly, see the next slide. Ionic bond is formed generally between elements of alkaline earth metals. See this. Alkaline earth metals means group 2, halogens means group 17, group 2 and group 16.
Francium.
Is it okay? Students. So now I will generalize the bond between elements. Any doubt, Naveen? You want to ask something? Okay. So ionic bond is generally formed between elements of group 117, group 116. Is it okay? Group 1, group 217 and group 216. All of you okay? Now write. After that, first you write this slide. So write this point here. Ionic bond is formed generally between elements of alkali metals and halogens. Elements of alkali metals and halogens. Alkali metals and chalcogens. See this slide. Alkaline earth metals and halogens. Alkaline earth metals and halogens. Alkaline earth metals and chalcogens.
Chalcogen.
Is it okay, students?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Better if you know the elements in alkali metals and alkaline earth metals, that is element of group 1 and group 2. Similarly, I think you all know about all the elements in halogens. If you can remember cis group elements also, that is much better to identify whether the given molecule is an ionic or covalent. Can anyone tell what are the elements in group 1A or group 1?
Hydrogen,
Hydrogen is position.
hydrogen, lithium,
Sorry,
potassium.
wait, students. The position of hydrogen is not clear. You don't include hydrogen in 1A group. That we'll discuss in the long form of periodic table. Forget about
Yes,
that
sir.
hydrogen and tell the remaining.
Lithium, sodium, potassium,
Lithium, sodium, potassium. Yes, two more. Can anyone?
R,
RB, rubidium,
CS,
cesium,
francium.
francium. Francium is radioactive. Yeah, nothing to worry about the francium. Forget about francium. So better write all the elements, names, symbols of alkali metals. Right. Alkali metals. Write the name as well as the symbol. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Circle that francium right there, radioactive. Okay, na? Is it okay, students? One more time, listen me. I'll tell the names. Li is lithium, Na is sodium, K is potassium, Rb is rubidium, Cs is cesium, francium circle, that is no need because that's a radioactive element. Forget about that. It's not a normal element. Can anyone tell the elements in
Radioactive.
second group, alkaline earth metals?
Beryllium,
Beryllium,
magnesium, calcium,
Naveen, you only tell. Naveen, please. Beryllium.
magnesium, calcium,
Okay.
strontium,
Strontium.
strontium, and
Strontium.
radium.
Barium.
All forms ionic bond.
And one more is also there, that is radium. Radium is radioactive. Naveen, please mute your mobile, yaar. Sean Sharma, can you mute your mobile, please? Yeah. Write the elements of
Yes,
second
sir.
group also. Write the symbol as well as the name. Beryllium, I think you all know about up to 20, that is up to calcium. After that, only two elements are there. If you
up
can
to 50,
remember.
no, sir. Up to 50.
Oh, then no, nice, yeah, excellent. Right, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, Sr, barium, Ba, radium is Ra. Okay, na? Okay?
Sir, can you show previous slide?
You want previous slide. Is it okay?
Sir, what is the YouTube channel name?
Ramabanam IIT JEE IIT NEET.
Sir, but I search this, it is not coming.
It will come here. Otherwise, you just after the classes you call your principal and ask. He will send a message or he can send the link to you all. Okay na?
So what's the Rambanam JE and NEET?
IIT NEET. Just you type Ramabano IIT NEET. Automatically it will come. You can see the videos. Okay na?
Okay, sir.
Right. So, discussed the elements of group 1 and group 2. Group 1 and group 2. Aishwarya, so calm today. Aishwarya? Aishwarya, are you in the class or not?
Yes, sir.
Why you are so calm?
I'm actually not well, so I'm just listening.
Okay, Aishwarya. Take
Yes, sir.
care about your health. Right. Alkali metals, one more time. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Alkaline earth metals, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. Francium is radioactive in alkali metals. Radium is radioactive in alkaline earth metals. Is it okay, students? Is this okay? Right. Can anyone tell the elements in group 17?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
I'll
also.
write. Group
Also.
17. Wait.
Fluorine.
Group 17. Fluorine.
Chlorine,
Can you?
bromine,
Chlorine.
iodine.
Okay. Astatine is radioactive, forget about that. You should remember at least fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Right. Group 17 elements. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Group 17 elements. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are, one more time you write, these are called as halogens. Okay na? Can anyone tell the group 16 elements?
Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium.
Yes, sir.
Polonium.
Excellent, yaar. Oxygen, sulfur,
Right,
selenium, selenium, tellurium, polonium is radioactive. So, oxygen,
1A.
sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Is it okay? Is this okay, students? So, fluorine,
All
chlorine,
the above,
bromine,
sir.
iodine are halogens. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium,
Yes, sir.
polonium are chalcogens. Can I continue? Students.
Yes.
Right. I'll give one question here. Here you should be in a, this type of questions you should be in a position to identify. That's why we written all the elements in group 1,
Sir.
group 2, group 16 and group 17. Write one question. In the following page,
Yes, sir.
in the following page, which forms ionic bond? What is the problem? In all the textbooks, they give an NaCl
Sir,
is
all the
ionic,
above, sir.
NaCl is ionic.
All the
Or
following.
Yes.
maybe 2 more
All
examples
the 4.
given in your textbook. I can give 3 more. But so many ionic compounds
All
are
the 4,
there.
sir.
You should be in a position which elements forms ionic and which compound is ionic. For that only we are doing all these. The question, this is more than one option question, student. Tick all possible answers. What the question here is, in the following which pairs which form ionic bond? First one, barium and fluorine. Okay. Second one,
Ionic, sir.
rubidium and chlorine. Third
Yes,
one,
sir.
calcium and
Yes, sir.
chlorine.
And the chlorine is 7.
Fourth one, potassium and oxygen. I given 4 pairs students here. That's what I told. Why you should all know the elements of group 1 and group 2. That itself is solution for so many questions. If you can remember the elements of 1A, 2A groups, 7A, 6A, you should identify whether the compound is an ionic compound or not. So no need to by heart the examples. In the following pairs which forms ionic compound, I given 4 pairs. One is barium fluorine pair. Wait,
Sir,
wait,
1, 2,
Gautam,
4.
Kranti, please wait. One pair, first pair I given barium fluorine, second pair I given rubidium chlorine, third pair I given calcium chlorine, fourth pair I given potassium and oxygen. I will give 2 minutes time to you all students. You identify which pair forms ionic bond and you should tell the reason also. I will give 2 minutes time. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
See, beryllium is 2A group, am I right? Fluorine
Yes,
is
sir.
halogen. So definitely beryllium fluorine is ionic. Alkaline earth metal and halogen. Rubidium is 1A. 1A halogen is always ionic.
Yes, sir.
Calcium is alkaline earth metal. Chlorine is halogen. This is always ionic. Potassium is alkali metal. Oxygen is chalcogen. So this is also ionic. So which is correct answer in this?
4.
All the four are correct. Is it okay, student?
Yes, sir.
Can I give one more?
Yes, sir.
Right. Same question you write. I'll change the option. In the following pairs which forms ionic bond? First
Fourth
one,
one is correct, I think so.
sodium and iodine. Second one, beryllium and
Yes, sir.
chlorine. Third one,
Sir, 1, 2, 3.
strontium and fluorine. Fourth one, magnesium and fluorine. I'll give 30 seconds time. You identify. After that, we'll go.
All
Option
the
1
four,
and
sir.
option 2 and 3. X.
All the 4.
No, sir. 1, 2,
All
3,
the
sir.
four
1, 2,
you
3.
all told. Any other answer? This is one yes. This is group 1 and group 17. So this is ionic definitely. Group 2 and 17. This is ionic definitely. Group 2 and 17.
Only option 1 and 2, sir.
Ionic definitely. What about barium and chlorine?
Yes, sir.
Is that ionic or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, na? Why beryllium is 2A group only?
Yes, sir.
Right. Wait, student. This is not the answer. 1 is right,
V.
3
Yes,
is
sir.
right,
Yes, sir.
4 is right. 2 is not an ionic compound. Right. Note.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Beryllium is
Yes, sir.
the only element in S block, means in alkaline earth metals. Beryllium is the only element in alkaline earth metals always forms covalent compounds. Why beryllium forms covalent compounds? That we'll discuss in chemical bonding in regular classes. Because of very small size and high ionization energy. If you want that reason, you write that reason also. Beryllium is the only alkaline earth metal that always forms covalent compounds due to small size and high ionization energy. So all beryllium compounds are covalent here. Okay, na? So second one is not the answer. Is it okay, students? Can I continue? Right. Now, instead of that elements, now I will give the compounds. You should tell which is ionic, which is not ionic. Okay, na? Right. Right. One more question. In the following
Not going.
compounds,
Yes, sir. 4 is the option. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right.
which are
Yes, sir.
ionic? First one. Barium bromide. Is that just to tick? This is also more than one option, students. Second one. Cesium fluoride. Third one. Boron trichloride. Fourth one. Beryllium chloride. What I want is, in these 4 compounds, which are ionic? That's what. See one more, check one more time and tell. That's what I told. Initially accuracy is more important than speed. Why you told 3 BCl3?
1 to 4.
Someone told option 2. Option 2 and 3. Who told 2 and 3 are? Why 3? That's what I am asking, Kranti. Boron is which group element here?
1 to 4.
How 4? Just now only I told beryllium is the only element that always forms covalent compounds. Still you told that it is 4.
Guys. Okay, sir.
Only
Guys.
option 1 and 2. Because boron is a non-metal. Chlorine is also a non-metal. Ionic bond never formed between 2 non-metals. Ionic bond never formed between 2 metals. One should be a metal, one should be a non-metal. Then how can you say that it is BCl3 is ionic? So BCl3 is not an ion, is it not? So BCl3 is not the answer, BeCl2 is not the answer. Only two, barium bromide and cesium fluoride are the answers. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Can I give one more question?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right, same question. I'll change the options. In the following compounds, which are ionic? First option, CO2. Second one, SiCl4. Third option, N2O5. Fourth option, Ki. This is also may have more than one option. More than one option means students may have more than one option. May includes may not. So, to select all correct answers here.
Only Ki, sir.
Definitely Ka is ionic. Carbon is non-metal. It never be. This is not. Silicon is non-metal. Fourth group element never forms ionic compounds. Silicon tetrachloride is covalent. Nitrogen is non-metal. Oxygen is non-metal. So N2O5 is also covalent. So 1, 2, 3 are not ionic. Only Ka is ionic. Is it okay? Fourth option is right. Is it okay, students? Now what the thing required? Formation of bond. That we discuss in the next class, students. So one thing I told so many times. You all should be by 8:20. If you all should be by 8:20, I can teach 1 hour 10 minutes or 1 hour. Every time I told so many times 8:35, 8:40, 8:45. What for that? Everyone should be by 8:20. Then I'll start the class by sharp 8:30. Teach up to 9:30. Who is the loser? If you all join by 8:45, 8:50, I can teach only 20 to 25 minutes. Then who is the loser? You or me? Now then, can't you join by 8:25? This is your time, students. It's not mine. That is your responsibility, not your principals or not your teacher or not your organization. Everyone should be in the class by 8:25. After 2-3 days, what I can do is, I can lock my room by 8:29. If that is the case, how can you? Obviously you are the loser. So, take care about that. Everyone should be by 8:25. Tomorrow I will continue ionic bond formation and I will start the covalent bond. Bye students. Take 10 to 15 minutes rest. After that your
Nice,
physics
sir.
sir will
Thank you,
come and start the class. Bye.